I want to talk about overcoming the morning anxiety that hits you out of nowhere right when you get up in the morning and you have a big to-do list and there's a bunch of things that you're thinking about that are happening in the future, or you're thinking about an event that may never come, something that you might be dreading, something that might be a negative outcome. I used to wake up every day and I had to battle this anxiety, and I didn't have the tools to battle it. I didn't know how to be mindful of the moment. I didn't know how to work through this, and it was really hard for me for a really long time, many years actually. And as I stated in previous videos, I went through some really difficult times, and that struggle forced me to learn some modalities to deal with my emotions on a more natural level. So it's a very simple solution that I've found. I've been practicing how to program my subconscious to have more of an abundance mindset and to manifest the life that I strive to have, which right now I'm living it. So the first thing I do is I get up, I'll do a little bit of a meditation with some breath work, and I will think of at least one thing that I have that I'm grateful for. And oftentimes it's my roof over my head, it's having enough money in the bank to go and buy food or gas, or if I need to repair my vehicle. If I have that in the bank, I'm super grateful. Expressing gratitude is a great way to be mindful, and it helps put things into perspective, and it programs your subconscious to always be in an abundance mindset. We can always focus on what we don't have, on what we need to do, but you really have to stop and think, I have everything I need. Everything I prayed for last year, everything I prayed for 2 years ago, everything I prayed for 6 months ago, all of these things manifested. And I truly believe they exponentially manifest when you learn how to have an abundance mindset. You become really grateful of what you have, you become really grateful of the path you're on, and it's an amazing thing. Another thing that I do is I'll go to the mirror, I'll take a look at myself, and I say, I love you, man. And I tell myself something that I love about myself. Anything. It could be like the way your hair looks that day, like the way you're looking because you've been working on yourself in the gym. Anything like that develops a confidence. It develops a positive abundance mindset. And I know that this sounds very simple, but there was a really long time where I spent a lot of time ruminating in negative self-talk. I was always thinking about what I didn't have. I was always thinking about what I needed to do next, and I wasn't living in the present moment. And life is meant to be lived. You're not meant to be in survival mode where you're constantly thinking about the next thing. I know this is hard for some people to do, and I know we're all busy, but you have to take a little bit of time for yourself to just give you that moment to express gratitude for what you have, and to do some breath work and express some self-love and self-care for yourself. I also find that this helps out a lot with my mindset towards procrastination. I found when I had this anxiety, I was in this weird loop where I would overthink things, and I had a tendency to procrastinate a lot more. I posted something recently on Instagram about sitting in front of the gym and overcoming the procrastination. And I find that now that I'm doing these mindfulness practices, it's a lot easier for me to just take action. I find that I don't have that negative chatter in my mind where it's too busy and I'm cluttered with all of these distracted thoughts and I'm doom scrolling online. I find that I've been able to clear up a lot of space and I've been able to live in the moment, and I find it's a lot easier to just go act upon things. Like, I'll just go to the gym. A lot of people think when you're a fitness person, it's easy and you enjoy going all the time. 9 times out of 10, I don't even want to be at the gym. 9 times out of 10, it's like, I know I have to do this. And I just find that now that I have this mindset, this mindfulness mindset, this abundance mindset, I'm able to just get it done because I'm living in the moment. I'm not stressing out about what's happening 2 days from now. I'm not stressing out about what's happening 2 hours from now. It's not easy, even for me. After I've programmed myself, I've spent a lot of time doing internal work. And even this week, I found there was a couple of times where I was ruminating a little bit. I had to switch it up by bringing out the positive self-talk a little bit more. I know that's because this time of year is a little bit more stressful. Business isn't as busy. Things are a little bit slower. It's colder outside. It takes a lot more motivation to get out there and do things. But if you can control your faculties and get them in a positive abundance mindset, and I keep saying this because I really want to drive the point home that having this positive abundance mindset will manifest the life of your dreams. I really believe this because I've seen it happen in my own life. And I know it might sound hokey, it might sound a little woo-woo, but I believe in this stuff because it's worked for me. And if it works for me, it's gonna work for you. I know you can get out there and do it today. Just get up in the morning, and when you're feeling anxious, when you're feeling beaten down by negativity, just say one thing you're grateful for and take 8 deep breaths through the diaphragm. Hold for 4 seconds. Blow out all the air. Do it 8 times, or time yourself. Even if you can do like 30 seconds of meditation, start with 30 seconds. Some people, it's hard for them to get into meditation. It's taken me a while to get to the point where I can meditate through things, and there's a lot of stuff going on in the mind, but over time, meditation really helps with having a better quality of life. You learn how to breathe through things. You learn how to live one step at a time. You learn how to just focus on the breath. That's why doing cardio at the gym is also something that is really powerful when battling anxiety. If you can get cardio done in the morning, you will feel like you can conquer the day. If you can get out and do a run early in the morning, I used to do this all the time. I work out more at night now, but I may start challenging myself to run every day again in the cold. I know it sounds crazy, but I love running in the cold. It's a challenge. On my route, there was always this one hill, and as I'm running up the hill, it's super intense. It's super challenging, but I'm like, once I get up this hill, I know I'm gonna be able to conquer this day. I know that I'm gonna feel strong. I know I can take anything on. And every time I would run up that hill, I would just be so proud of myself. And I would be ready to take on the day and take on all the challenges. My anxiety would just dissipate. It would just diminish, and I would have a clear mind, and I'd be ready to take on my day. As I stated before and in previous videos, there was a time where I lived in this anxiety every day and I didn't know how to work through it. I resorted to things that were not healthy for me, and that obviously didn't work out. You live and you learn, and I learned how to deal with this in a very simple, natural way. You can do this completely naturally. You can do it all through positive self-talk. Positive self-talk and positive action will bring the best result in your life. We can't control everything. You can't control what goes on around you. A lot of times we can't even control our bodies, but you can control your mind. There's no negative to telling yourself positive things every day. Unless you're delusional about things you need to work on, because you obviously have to look at the negative aspects of things. Like if you're trying to get in better shape, you obviously have to look at the fact that there's certain things that you have to improve upon to get better. That's a different story. Anxiety comes from thinking about what's coming next, anticipating what's coming next. It's worrying about the future. The future is gonna come, but you're supposed to live in the now. And if you live your whole life constantly stressing about the future, you're never living in the now. So that's all I got for this video. I know you're gonna gain some insight from this. This might be something you're already doing. I might be just reinforcing the point. I find if you're listening to someone on YouTube talking about this, maybe you're cooking or cleaning or doing a chore or you're at work, I find hearing this, it just reinforces more positive outcomes. It'll help you raise your vibration, raise your frequency. It's gonna help you implement something positive in your day. And my whole purpose on this channel is to help people with self-development and self-improvement. And I wanna share something that I've learned along the way that I know will help you. If you're not already doing this, I know a lot of people aren't doing this because I see a lot of people that talk about stuff that is kind of trivial. They talk about a lot of things that aren't positive. Try to replace all of that with positivity and try to be around people that are positive. I know a lot of people think that the majority of people are not positive. There's a lot of positive people out there. I've met some amazing people. Since I've turned over a new leaf in my life and I've had this positive mindset, I've invited in so many positive people. Now is a difficult time, now is an uncertain time, but this has been the best time of my life. I want other people to feel like this. I want other people to know what it's like to feel abundant, to feel positive. If you like this type of content, if you want to like and subscribe the video, it helps me with the algorithm and it helps me spread this message to more people. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, whatever time zone you're in. Stay positive, be grateful, live in the moment, and always try to be better. See you in the next video. I'm out.